Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 29 of the June Daily Draw. So as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Good Fortune Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Scenes of the Witch, the Litha Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. And go there. So we have the Empress, so we're getting in touch with that creative energy once again. And that sense of natural, life-giving energy that the Empress represents. The productivity of the earth, of the natural growth and abundance that the earth itself produces. So maybe connecting with nature in some way will help us to connect to powerful creative energy that we can harness and focus in our own endeavors. So once again, we are embracing and connecting with creative energy so that we can create in our lives what we need, what we desire. There's a difference between the two, but if we desire what we need, then our desires will be fulfilled. So we need to recognize, where we're going to naturally focus this energy. And often, like in the natural world, a lot of this growth comes through, the planting and spreading of seeds and the whole ecosystem of animals. Even the bees, we have the bees represented here. They'll get the pollen or the nectar from the flowers, and will take it back, and it will be produced into the honey, eventually into honey. What we have as honey. So it's all the system works together to in this creative, productive kind of energy, but it is like a natural ecosystem. And we can become our own ecosystem of creativity by bringing all the elements of ourselves together. We had the Judgment card, didn't we, about awakening the dormant things within us, bringing all of ourselves to the table, all of ourselves to contribute to the creative process. And in this way, it's like building our own ecosystem within us that works together to create the finished product. So we're combining the different kinds of energies and the different ways of expression and the different components to it that we can create then as a process that comes naturally, and it helps our own energy to flow. And that's the kind of creativity that we're seeking. So maybe maybe some time walking in nature if you can, or even just out into the garden if you have a garden, or get near some trees, go for a walk near some trees. It doesn't have to be a forest or a wood or whatever, or go out where there's some fields or there's some hedgerows and flowers. It doesn't really matter if it's part of, the earth, natural growth, plants, or listening to birds, seeing birds, observing birds, all these kinds of things, how they move, how they flow with the natural cycles of nature. That's one way to get used to getting into a rhythm and into a cycle of creativity. And you can echo that within your own life as to how to create what you want to create. Because then you're connecting with your own creative energy that's within you, that you are part of the earth too. All the living creatures are part of the earth. So you share in that energy and you connect with it by going amongst it and by reflecting upon it and putting your mind onto it, letting your senses receive it, the sounds and the smells and the sights and the colors and everything. That all stimulates the creativity within us. You know, who's not been inspired by a great landscape or some beautiful view that we see, even if we look out from a window and see something, or see a bird coming down to find food, or whatever that case may be, you know, by observing that and letting our senses drink that in, it helps to build and connect us with that energy so we can be creative too. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Money magic. It is in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die. So maybe you need some money, you need some resources for something. And there are ways that you can create this money. There's ways we can bring this about. But we may need to, or we may think, oh, I can't. There's nothing I can't do. And maybe you've tried to sort of gain employment or something to get an income, to get some money, and it's not easy. You've not been able to do it. So you think that you're limited. And that's where the magic of life disappears. It does go to die there but maybe we need to broaden that. I'm not saying it's easy because I haven't got a clue personally, but I know that, this is what the cards are saying. So it's saying it to me as much as anybody else. And it's saying that, there are creative ways in which you can release this into your life. And it may not be the conventional way, but there may be some creative ways in which it can be done. Won't necessarily make you a millionaire unless that's what's right for you at this time. But if it's something you need, it's a legitimate need, and you earned whatever it is in the creation process, and you're willing to put that in to the process, put your own energy into it, then it can come back to you and provide you with what you need. So have faith in your ability to create, and don't limit yourself, because it's in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 30. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.